Hey folks, how's it going? It's Steve back with your Yinzer Bartender. This week we're going to go over some items and things that you need to have for your own at-home bar setup. Not only making cocktails for yourself, but also for your friends whenever you want to have them over. First, I like to have a beer bucket. This one happens to be a Dogfish Head beer bucket. You can get any different logos on them. There's several out there for you. Beer bucket. This will hold 6 12-ounce bottles. You pack some ice in there, take out in the porch, take out on the back deck, take out in the yard next to a little fire pit. That way it saves from running in and out of the house. Also, friends and I like to use these, put some water in there, clean the balls off for your beer pong games. That way you keep them fresh and sanitary while playing beer pong. That's essential. Also, it's a bucket. You can put whatever you want in there. You can store all your bar tools inside of your beer bucket, which will work. Speaking of bar tools, muddlers. I have two. I have a wooden muddler, flat bottom, little base here, and I also have a metal muddler, which is a rubber bottom, which is textured at the bottom. This is great for muddling your fruits. For those of you that like to do mojitos, as well as Moscow mules with muddling some fresh lime. Anything that has to do with muddling, old fashions, traditional old fashioned, by the way, not the style that everybody's been doing recently with just the peels. Muddlers, essential to have for your bar. Also, strainer. This strainer for over top, whenever you're looking to do a nice drink and you use the ice and you pour over top of fresh ice, or you're making a up beverage like a martini, somewhere along those lines. Not everybody is good with just cracking a glass and not getting ice inside of the glass. That goes there with this cocktail shaker. Cocktail shaker. Now, I don't have a traditional Boston shaker, which is the two small metal shaker as well as the large metal shaker. But what you can do with that is your pint glass. Pint glass and this shaker go hand in hand. You pop it, creates your seal, shake your cocktail, pop it again, and that's where you put the glass over, and you can use your strainer like this to pour right over top of your fresh ice. Or, like I said, if you pop it and you just create it, you can just pour it just like that. Also, depending on how much ice you have, you'll see a lot of bartenders will put that glass right on top, covers the ice, and will pour right through, and also gets any of the excess outside of the shaker glass itself. Another one is your bar spoon. Bar spoons are amazing because not only are they just a spoon where you can use to taste a cocktail and so forth. You'll see a lot of bartenders tasting their cocktails off of the spoon. And of course, in a bar, you're being sanitary, so you don't use that again if you taste it off of it in somebody's cocktail. But in the meantime, this right here has a little swizzle in here in the middle. That's for your fingers. So whenever you're in here in your cocktail, it swizzles in between your fingers and it doesn't slide up and down, unlike your traditional kitchen spoon. The kitchen spoon, again, it won't swizzle correctly. So if you have the swizzle in the middle of your bar spoon, also you'll see some bar spoons that have a smaller spoon portion of it and be a whole swizzle stick all the way up. You can have that. That's also an amazing tool as well. Also, whenever you see cocktails that require like a spoonful of Luxardo cherry juice, they're talking about a bar spoon, not necessarily just a teaspoon or a tablespoon. So that spoon is essential. Also, when creating craft cocktails, you want to make sure you have proper amounts of your liquor and also to do the proper dilution, the spoon. So we have the jigger. This jigger I have here is a 1.5 ounce on the big side. You flip it over and it's a 1 ounce on the small side. You can also find other jiggers in different sizes, 2 ounces, down to even a 1/4 ounce and 1/2 ounce. One of my favorite ones to have is I don't have handy with me. I left it at work, unfortunately. It's a little cup, and the little cup has a little beaker spout on it, and inside there's a angle that goes up inside the cup and gives anywhere all your ounce all the way up to a 3 ounce portion of that. So this is your basic home bar setup that you can use for making cocktails for yourself, also making cocktails for friends. As you see, in my bar, I have a few different style setups here. I have another one of these complete setups, which I just showed you. As well as we have what I call the fancy setup. And I'll slide this out real quick. This is a whole bar service tray right here. In the middle, you have everything you need here. This is going to be your strainer. You have right there for you. This is going to be your can opener. For any of the cans that you need to open. This is essentially a kind of want to be a bar spoon. You just can swizzle and stir your cocktail with that there for you. We have the fancy jigger. Like I said, this is 1.5 ounces and a 1 ounce. And then we have a little bit of knife. Also, you can do this as an ice former, ice chipper. Also, it has a serrated edge, and you can get some zests off of your fruits, and also even cut your fruits into wedges. Tongs. Tongs, of course, if you set out some fruits for your fruit tray so your guests aren't always touching them. This is your ice cube picker. Then we have the fancy ice bucket right here. It is inside, and it is a double layer, so it will keep the ice colder longer. And then we have the fancy cocktail shaker, which already has the lid on it, as well as the lid for the pour. I personally don't like to use these with the lid on it because with the ice, it will freeze it, and it's hard to get off, especially with the lid. But this will have here for your strainer, easily to go. Also, for those of you that have friends for wine, we do have a wine pour spout that will fit inside of your wine bottle, and then inside here it creates a nice pour flow for your wine bottles for whenever friends are out. And then also, don't forget, always leave a beer bottle opener around. This is just a simple keychain beer bottle opener. I have a lot more fancy ones around. Also, don't forget your wine key. You have a 2-stage wine key on here with your corkscrew as well, and this is a double hinge key, so whenever you go into your bottle, it goes down all the way first. You pull up, then you have the second hinge to pull up. It won't break the cork. Has a little serrated knife on the edge to get that foil right off the edge for you there. And also, this doubles also as a bottle opener. This hook right here, you come underneath your beer bottle, and it pops that way, and it doubles as a bottle opener. I use this exclusively behind the bar. It's every tool I need in one little thing. For bottles and wine openers, I don't have to search. A lot of bartenders like to use a flat bar as well. I really don't like a flat bar. This works better for me. To each their own on how you carry yourself behind the bar, opening bottles of wine and opening bottles of beer, but this is an essential 2-stage wine key. If you want, there are some other fancy wine keys for home service out there. I happen to have this guy right here. This is the creates a lot. It's easy. You have the foil cutter right on the top, and then also with this, you clamp down on the bottle. You hold that, clamp down, keep this clamp, boom, cork comes right out of the bottle. It's super easy for you. Also, there's electric wine bottle openers. I know I have one here somewhere. I just don't know where it went. Currently, I think I put it away because I don't really use it a lot. Amanda likes to use that one because it lights up and stuff, and it's just fun for her. But in the meantime, this is your at-home bar setup. Have fun with it. Enjoy it. Whatever works best for you. Please go ahead and check it out. Penn Distributing on Penn Avenue in the Strip District, downtown Pittsburgh, sells the majority of this stuff. Also, you can find it on Amazon and other bartender websites. This is what we have for our home bar setup. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Why don't you come back and show us what you guys have for your home bar and what items and tools you use. Maybe something I might like to check out. Thanks a lot. This is Steve from Yinzer Bartender. Check out some of our more videos coming out here to you shortly.